Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TRXC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Done this analysis several times in the past, although it's been a few days since the last time I did it, so that's where this red line down here is coming from. But I mean, I've been doing videos on this one since, I don't know if it was below $2 or not, but the chart just continues to chug along. And as you can see here, just an absolutely beautiful uptrend. So after today's price movement, definitely some updates need to be made. First update comes about just from a foundational rule in charting, and that states when levels of support, or actually now that I think about it out loud and look at it, I'm not even going to use this level because we now have this purple line that's crossed up above it. So I'll just use this level for a level of resistance now. I was going to convert this to a level of support, which is still indeed the case. But like I said, because that purple line, the 50-period moving average has crossed above it, that would take higher priority anyways. So never mind on that. I guess that's what I get for doing these unscripted and just pulling up the chart and starting to talk about it. But what I will use this red line for is just up here as the current level of resistance, which sits at $3.50. If you're watching level 2s today, then I'm sure you're well aware that, yeah, 350 is where the sellers are currently hanging out at. A couple times late morning, the price tried to get through it, and then once more during the final 30 minutes, price tried to get through it and couldn't quite do it. So while I'm not saying 350 is impossible to break or anything like that, I'm just saying apparently the bulls are really going to need to bring their A game to fight through that level. But I mean, all in all, though, the chart's still looking very, very powerful. As far as areas of support and newer areas of support, the ideal level going forward is going to be if the price can continue to hold up above this area right there at 330. Don't get me wrong, though, if the price falls below 330, I'm not saying the entire chart's ruined or anything like that. For the very reason of, I already kind of talked about it, but because you have the purple line right here, which, from a grand scheme of things perspective, and as I've said in past videos and will continue to say, as long as the price stays above that purple line, the overall trend is fully in the bulls' favor. And I scrunched up once, but I want to do it again. I mean, check that out. Price started to upslope right here. It was going sideways and then started to upslope. And then from there, it's just been, if you want to just picture that as a trend line that draws itself for you, that's fine. In fact, that's why I like to call moving averages trend lines for lazy people. If you don't feel like drawing a trend line, you can let this quote unquote trend line draw itself for you. So again, as long as the price remains above the trend line, then bulls are in full control. And because that level, like I said, crossed that original green line, the easiest way is just to focus on a couple areas of support. So ideally, yeah, stay above 330, but from the grand scope of it all, as long as the price remains above that purple line, the bulls are in 100% control of the chart. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.